This does put it all in jeopardy.
Well, I hope not, but it's to be frank, it seems overkill to me. It's very disappointing news.
So the situation that you have is that JobKeeper ended on the weekend, and now you have more restrictions on your trading. As I understand it, everyone will need to be seated, and there'll be the social distancing rules. Is that your understanding as well?
Sorry. I haven't heard that report. I certainly don't know about outside Greater Brisbane on those measures. Haven't heard that at all, so I really can't comment.
I'm sorry to tell you this, Craig, but outside of Greater Brisbane, everyone needs to now wear masks. And if you are trading, everyone needs to be sitting down at your restaurant. But I think at a restaurant, that's probably not going to affect you too much.
No, it doesn't affect us that much. So everybody in Queensland needs to wear a mask when they're outside.
That's right. As of this afternoon, because of this, because one person who was infected with COVID-19 has travelled to Gladstone, so the entire state is now having new restrictions like mask wearing and needing to be seated at any hospitality venues. So that's just been announced by the Premier this morning. We had it here on Sky News. But I guess the point is, Craig, that you're demonstrating once again that the rules are changing so much for you. How hard is it to do business?
Yes, well, that's a terrible announcement, wearing masks throughout Queensland. I mean, we don't have a problem here in North Queensland. And, for example, we're doing a function for 180 people, cocktail party tomorrow night for the launch of the new Coral Geographer boat. And that's a standing function, so I don't know how that's going to work. These rules, these changes make it very difficult, and this is just ludicrous. It's outrageous.
Well, you've had to be nothing but agile over the last 12 months, and now another hurdle in place for you today.
Yes.
We've seen JobKeeper end, but we've seen some initiatives, particularly for the tourism industry. We know Cairns has been so hard hit. Have you seen an increase in bookings for these cheap flights? Have you got any kind of certainty?
Forward bookings are okay for the region from Easter, or were. So this will be interesting how it affects travel more broadly at this Brisbane situation. But still right now, basically, there's no change for Cairns. It's pretty much the same as it was last June when we reopened after the first lockdown. I mean, we haven't had in tourism and hospitality, we've had a few good months. December was good. Since the first week of January, it's been devastating. It's been extremely quiet, especially those business traditionally exposed to international travel.
Yeah.
So the Federal Treasurer might go on about how good the economy's going in general, Australia-wide, but that's certainly not the case here. And we shouldn't be left to, hung out in the dry, so to speak. We still need support ongoing.
Craig, have you had to put people off? Are you going to survive this?
I will survive it, but I've been in business for 26 years. We've got no debt, we've got cash reserves, but obviously it's my money and the owner's money that will be going to support the business. We only think it's fair because we're not making these rules up, that the government continue to support those businesses that are still affected the same as they were yesterday or 6 months ago. My position is that it should be BAS relief. It's very easily done by the ATO.
Yeah.
It's a simple system. Why should we be collecting GST on behalf of the federal government when we're losing money because of their decisions? So that could be easily implemented. You still have to be trading down. You show your exposure to international tourism, and they can easily check whether you're a so-called zombie business as well by just looking at your previous tax returns.
Yeah.
Very simple measures that won't cost the economy much at all, but it will keep businesses and destinations, more importantly, alive. Because if we let too much go in this region, in far north Queensland, it won't become, it won't be that desirable to come here if things are shut and boring. So we've got to keep it going.